Welcome to the WRFL Division 1 Reserves Grand Final between Spotswood and Albion. Both clubs should be congratulated for having a reserves and senior side in the grand final today. The ball has been balled up. Albion breaking away, comes out towards Knezovic, who played in the seniors last week, down towards Carmen. Carmen can't get it, comes to the pocket. Carmen's over the top here on his own. 2 weeks ago in the second semi-final, Carmen kicked 8 goals, so he's someone that Spotswood certainly have to watch through this game. And first score goes on the board to to Albion, the one behind. So a great day here at the Avalon Airport Oval, Churnside Park or Werribee VFL ground. Ball comes out and goes out of bounds on the full. So a chance here for number 46 from Albion, Kevin Upton. Kick the ball in. Carmen feigns a lead. Got Jimmy Hines from Spotswood playing on him. Try and quell his influence. Upton kicks towards Carmen. Carmen up. Punched away by Hines. Ball on the ground at half back. Comes out to Bereshi. He goes over towards Hucker it is, at half back. He goes in towards the centre of the ground, towards young Walker. Walker gets it over to Jai Orchard. He goes forward, and it looks like Buttigieg Clark. Buttigieg Clark's looking for someone to kick it to from half forward. That's a shocking kick, goes into the forward line, comes towards Matty Taylor. He can't pick it up. Umpire says free kick to Albion. Now Albion have the ball deep in the back line. Wrong player had it. So now the correct player's got it. So really nothing left a chance for the senior coaches to have a look at. They can see who's playing out here and who's not. So Spotswood hierarchy would see that Knezovic is playing out here, who played in the seniors last week. Probably means that Davis would be in their seniors. Hucker gets the ball in now to Delaney. Delaney at half or on the wing. Kicks in long towards the forward line towards Taylor. He's swamped. Ball comes to the ground. Nobody can pick it up. Comes out wide now towards number 30 from Albion. That's Newman. Newman kicks long, and that's picked, nearly marked by Moore. Bounces off his chest, or a little bit lower than his chest, and goes over the boundary line out of bounds. So Albion, the only team to beat Spotswood during the season. They beat them twice, and both times by 10 goals. So certainly got the wood on them. Ball comes out to Delaney. Delaney comes in. Bond goes up one hand, takes a mark, plays on, swings around onto his right foot, goes towards the pocket where Fowler and Taylor are there, and the ball goes over the boundary line out of bounds. Yes, Albion certainly the wood on them, and both seniors and reserves had good wins in the second semi-final, so I've had the week off. So both coaches from Albion would be pleased with their week off and a chance to regroup for the grand finals. So free kick to Albion out of a ruck contest. Kick towards Knezovic. He goes towards the centre of the ground, and it's picked up there by Hegarty. Hegarty goes long towards Mickey Turner. Turner can't get it. Comes down here now towards number 29 is Gauchi. Gauchi comes across there to D'Orazio, and Dean D'Orazio kicks the first goal of the game for the Albion Football Club. They lead 1-7 to no score. So ball back in the centre again of the umpire. Brown goes up with ball, comes down towards Ergenen. Ergenen can't pick it up. Over the top of the ball, Knezovic. He loses possession, comes towards Ergenen, and the umpire says, I'll have it. So virtually in the centre of the ground, probably a couple of metres towards Albion's end, kicking to left of screen. Got Bull in the ruck, and got former Barry Priest medalist Ali Assad playing as a virtual ruck rover. Ball comes towards Hucker. He can't get it, stolen from him, comes out wide now towards the Albion player. It's a good mark to number 11, who is Wilkinson. Wilkinson goes in short to Carmen, and there's the danger man, Carmen. Probably about 45 metres out, directly in front. So Joshua Carman, fresh off an 8-goal haul in the second semi-final. Lane's back on it, and the goal umpire says that's a goal. So Carman kicks his first goal, and Albion kick away to 2-1, 13 to no score. 2 weeks ago in the second semi-final, Albion kicked 10 goals in the first quarter. So anything less than that would be a bonus. Today, obviously, Knezovic gets the ball out of the centre, kicks towards Turner. Turner takes the mark, half forward. Handballs over to Bull. Bull kicks long towards the top of the square. Chance for Cesari to mark for Spotswood, and he does. He's got a player out this side and sees him. So Buttigieg Clark takes the mark. So his father won the football $250,000 during the week. Comes towards Ergen and he can't mark it. Ball goes to Wilkinson. Wilkinson handballs over. Knezovic had plenty of the ball already. Gauci to Moore. Moore can't get it. Held on to there the Spotswood player. Umpire Stephen Sutton brings it back. So Smart gets the ball, kicks it up there towards Hucker. Hucker plays on after taking the mark, goes over to Orchard. Orchard goes in short. Chance now for Taylor. Taylor comes towards the ball. He's got the mark, got the ball over the boundary line. Bond gets a tap out, goes to Delaney. Delaney kicks it towards the top of the square. Players fall over there. Fowler led in the race to the ball by an Albion opponent. He kicks out long, comes out now towards Stephen Glenn. He plays it in front of him. It's along the ground on the wing there. Glenn trying to pick it up, doesn't, and gets a free kick for being held onto whilst he was hovering over the top of the ball. So on the wing now, Stephen Glenn, number 21 for Albion. Shocking kick comes towards Smart for Spotswood. Ends up with Jacob Green. Green goes long down towards Carman, but the ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full. Goal umpire gave the decision it was out on the full. So Hines, he goes towards Bereshi, who can't pick it up, and it goes over the boundary line out of bounds. So the ball at half forward for Albion. Obviously favourites in this game after a 10-goal win twice during the season. But grand finals, anything can happen. Just witnessed a magnificent game of football in the under-18s where Hoppers Crossing were winners, 9-12 to Spotswood 9-8. So ball comes down towards Carman. Hines gets it out, comes to Brown. He handballs over the top. Butterby Clark can't get it. Comes over and Carman gets it. He gets it out, or kicked out of the hands there. Comes towards Berici. He goes long. Chance now for Hucker. Someone got the fist in there. Comes now to Ergenen. Ergenen needs to pick it up rather than just tap it along in front of him. And he gets one a little bit too high. So the umpire letting everyone know he's in charge by moving Ergenen over 1 metre to kick over his mark. Ergenen, poor kick goes straight to Bull at centre half back. He's looking for someone to kick to. He's got a player out here, number 38, doesn't see him. Goes out the other side of the ground there towards Glenn. Stephen Glenn gets it, goes towards Knezovic. He's had about 8 touches already. Knezovic down towards Carman. Carman goes up, can't mark it. Well done by Hines, he gets it. goes over the top, gets a handball away. Tried to get a handball away and the umpire says no. So Moore it is who gets it. He handballs over to Knezovic after not going behind his mark after all that rubbish before. Umpires given it a goal, so goal to Knezovic. Back with the umpire in the centre of the ground, Brown and Bull. Up they go, Erginen gets it. Gets tackled as he kicks, comes out now towards Allen. Allen gets it, plays on quickly, comes in towards Fowler. Fowler can't pick it up. Now at ground level, handballed out, comes towards Upton from Albion. He goes out wide, player on his own again. Got plenty of loose players here. Albion comes down towards Carmen. He takes a mark on his chest, about 48 metres out. He'll be looking for someone to pass to. He's looking. He's got Moore in the goal square, asking for it to be kicked long. So Carmen comes in. He's kicked the torpedo and gone through for one behind. So he's second behind of the game. 1-2 to Josh Carmen. So ball kicked in, comes towards Bond and Erginen. Bond's going to get a free kick for being held. So centre half back, looking for someone to kick to. Goes towards half forward to Allen. And Allen takes a good mark on the wing. Receives a bit of attention after taking the mark. No 50 metres, says the umpire. Allen goes in short to Fowler. Rather than go towards the ball, he waited for it and the ball was punched over the boundary line by Newman. So ball at half forward now. Ruckman go up, Assad and Bond. Comes to the ground, Delaney picks it up. Comes now, chance for Erginen to take a mark. He does, running with the flight of the ball. A good mark by him. He's got Taylor leading, so he doesn't go back. He takes one step and kicks towards the goal square. Ball in dispute there and rush through for one behind. So that's Spotswood's first score for the game. At around about the 14-minute mark. So it's taken a while to get a score. Albion 3-2-20 leads Spotswood one behind 1 point. Albion player told to hurry it in. He kicks towards Upton and Upton takes a mark at half back. Upton looking towards Knezovic. Be handy if someone was playing on him. And he sees it over the boundary line out of bounds on the wing. So the boundary umpire, Terrell it is, I think. He's going to ball it in. Assad and Brown to do the ruck work. Assad in front, punched down by a Spotswood player. Comes now towards Shaw. Shaw gets a little kick away. Comes towards Orchard. Orchard gets it. He's tackled, gets that little handball, but over the boundary line out of bounds it goes. So not a lot happening in the last minute or so. Ball in dispute most of the time. Ball in, Assad gets an easy run in the ruck there, taps it down to the advantage of his player. Allen goes in for the ball for Spotswood. It's kicked out, left foot kick comes in, and Upton on his own. Oh, he's spoilt by his own player, but Upton ends up with it. Gives a handball over the top, comes towards the Albion player. Chance here with a bit of pressure from Phillips. Phillips gets a handball over towards Erginen. Erginen can't get it out. Albion's still in the van here as far as defending. They've still got it. Chance now for Albion to get out. No, Taylor's in there, held on to without the ball. Not seen that way by umpire Stephen Sutton. And kicked by Albion, goes out on the full. So Buttigieg Clark goes in short towards Erginen, takes a mark. Outside 50. Goes towards the pocket. Free kick there in the back pocket. Goes to Albion. Upton gets it. Goes across to Assad. Across goals. Obviously got players over there. Mickey Turner with the run. He runs. He handballs back to Assad. He kicks it off the ground to his advantage. He follows up, but beating to the ball is Orchard. Orchard swings around on the right foot, gets a kick, and goes in towards Hucker. Hucker goes in short. and the mark is taken there by Warnock. Ryan Warnock, back in after a month off with an appendix operation. So brave effort to put his hand up to be selected. Comes in now. There's a shot for goal, and the goal umpire says it's hit the post. So another behind for Spotswood. Looks like the blood rule. Yes, a blood rule. Albion player coming off the ground. Not sure who it is, but Hegarty's going on. So just a bit of a hold up now till Hegarty gets back to where he should be going. And Albion bring it in with a long left footer out to Bull. No, it's not him. 48. That's Anthony. There's Assad, can't pick it up on the wing, comes towards the Spotswood advantage. Kicks it in short. Chance now for Hucker. Hucker wearing the sunscreen. Yeah, going to be a good day here today, weather-wise. Comes into Orchard, he can't mark it. Goes over his head. Chance now for Albion to clear. They can't clear it. Ball at ground level. Albion have got it again. Umpire says too high. A free kick there to Albion. Every time Albion get the ball, they run and spread. We've got a player out here on his own. Hegarty, number 48 it is. He's trying to pick up the ball. Gets around Bond. Comes in now towards where Fowler's got the ball. Gets over towards Allen. He can't hold it. Number 38, Dean Durazio, one of the goal kickers. Comes out now to Wilkinson, number 11, to Knezovic. Handballs over the top towards Moore. Buttigieg Clark puts his body on the line, gets a free kick for doing so. A little bit high. Wilkinson gives the ball back to him on the full. That's a bad kick, because that's got a very lucky kick. So Shaw's got it at centre-half back. A little bit early to be going back into the corridor, I would have thought. So Shaw kicks it, and it goes straight towards the Albion player, who kicks it down towards Carmen, punched away from him. Shaw gets it again, comes out now towards Bereshi. He does a little kick over the top, comes towards Fowler, he can't pick it up. Comes now to Upton. Upton handballs it over the top. Comes towards Bereshi again, he gets a handball, and over the boundary line it goes and out of bounds. Ball in by the umpire, Assad in the ruck, comes towards Buttigieg Clark, around the neck. Goes up towards the flank. Bond takes a mark, no, not seen that way by the umpire, comes out towards Orchard. Orchard can't pick it up, he gets another tap on, comes now towards Delaney. Delaney centres the ball, comes towards Taylor. And Taylor takes one on the chest. Good kick in there by Delaney. So Taylor looking to put Spotswood's first goal on the board. Played about 20 minutes of the first quarter. Albion 3-2-20 lead Spotswood, 2 behinds, 2 points. So Matt Taylor with the ball, having a shot from about 40. Runs in now, and I'd say he's put it through from here. The goal umpire agrees, so Spotswood get their first goal on the board at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter. In the centre of the ground, looks like Brown and Bull to do the ruck work again. Come down towards Turner, snaps around his left. Touch there by Matty Dean, comes to Wilkinson. Wilkinson for Albion kicks it long, in forward towards Carmen, and he takes a mark out in front of Hines. So he's on an acute angle this time, probably only about 35 metres out. But he's got no problem making the distance, as we saw before when he did the big barrel torpedo. has a shot this time, and the umpire moves across and says one behind. So 1-3 in the first quarter to Carmen. Fowler about to kick the ball in, plays on, kicks it long, kicks it towards Bond, pushed out by number 4 of Albion. And Grimer it is who's going to get the free kick. So Grimer kicks it in towards the top of the square. Chance there. Oh. Free kick given to Carmen and allowed to play on, advantage. And when this bloke turns around, I'll be able to tell you who kicked the goal. Number 27, Stephen D'Orazio. Albion 4-3-27 lead Spotswood 1-2-8, getting towards the end of this first quarter of the grand final of the Division 1 reserves. Assad gets it out of the centre of the ground, kicks it over, and Albion take a mark at half forward. Plays on, comes in towards Carmen, or having a shot himself, and he kicks a goal. So it's not going to be a 10-goal quarter, but it's certainly something similar. Ball back in the centre of the ground with umpire Stephen Sutton. Can't be London going this quarter. Spotswood will be looking for the quarter to end, I'm sure. Ball in the centre of the ground now. Turner gets a handball across. Gets it back. No, it doesn't. Comes towards Smart. Smart kicks it in towards centre forward. Albion player on his own. Punched rather than marked. Handball over now towards Delaney. Delaney goes in short again to Taylor. Taylor gets a handball across, comes towards Hucker. Hucker swings around on his left foot and kicks a behind. Long kick from full-back goes towards Bull. Paid the mark in the centre of the ground. Handballs across to Turner. Turner kicks it out wide. Comes now towards D'Orazio. Comes long. Chance for Fowler. So Fowler takes the mark at half back. Comes in towards Dean. Matty Dean takes a mark. Looking for someone to kick to. Comes over now towards Buttigieg Clark, who's had a bit of the ball in this first quarter. Chance now for Dean, takes the mark. So been involved in 2 passages of play there. Going to go long now. Brown, 2 Albion players with him. Comes now towards Phillips. Phillips can't get it out, ball at ground level. Now it gets out, Albion have got it. Assad gets it. As the siren goes, Moore picks it up. And at quarter time, Albion 5-3-33 leads Spotswood 1-3-9. Here we are back at Avalon Airport Oval for the second quarter of the 2010 WRFL Division 1 Reserves Grand Final between Spotswood and Albion. Spotswood 1-3-9 are being led handsomely by Albion, who are on 5-3-33. Ball in the Spotswood forward line being repelled now by Albion out towards the boundary line and punched over the boundary line out of bounds. So the ball just down in front of us here. Assad looks like going to do the ruck work for Albion. Bond for Spotswood. So Assad goes up, taps it straight down the throat of his Albion teammate. Ball comes to ground level. Assad's got it. Gets a little kick away. Comes towards Brown. Brown gets a handball across to Ergenen. Finally picks it up. Gets a kick over towards half forward. Chance now for Taylor if he can mark it. Punched away from him. Comes towards ground level. Picked up by Jones. Jones can't get a clear handball, but he was still being held on to while play continued. So Jones it is from Spotswood who's going to get the free kick. Nathan Jones gets a handball across to Fowler. Fowler kicks long in towards the forward line. Chance now for Hucker. Hucker gets a little tap over to himself. No one there to help him out. Number 30, Newman it is, clears the ball for Albion over towards Glenn, and it's over the boundary line out of bounds. So Spotswood need to find a little bit more urgency in their play. Then they need to be a bit more accountable. Albion were doing what they liked in the first quarter. So ball up, punched out, comes towards Knezovic, picks it up, gets a little handball away, comes now towards a chance now for Spotswood. Shaw kicks it in long towards Hucker. Hucker can't mark it, punched away from him. And in the back it is to Newman. No, it's not, number 88. That's Sean Ramsey. Ramsey kicks out towards the wing, comes towards Glenn, punched away from him, picked up by Smart. Smart goes long now towards Hucker. Hucker's a chance to mark here and does so, and he's about 15 metres out directly in front. So a better start to the quarter by Spotswood. So Hucker it is, lining up from about 15 metres out, directly in front. And he has missed, according to the goal umpire. He can't afford that. So Spotswood had a chance there to put the first goal on the board for the second quarter. Got to work hard now to get the ball back in and have another opportunity. So Newman with the ball at full back. Looking for someone to kick to. A couple of leads made by Albion players. Is he going to go long? Going to go long, straight up the centre of the ground. Blokes on their own here. Look at these two. Righto. So number 4's got it. They raffled it. Grimer. Grimer goes out wide towards Moore. A couple of Spotswood players there though. Allen goes up, gets a hands on it, comes to Ergenen. Ergenen gets a handball over to Bereshi. He kicks it in short. Won't be the full distance to Shaw. Shaw over to Fowler. Fowler along towards Phillips, and Phillips takes a mark. Gets a handball over towards Delaney. Delaney runs forward, kicks long towards the square. Chance for Taylor or Hucker, and Hucker gets it again. Now let's see if we can make amends this time. He does. He swings around and has a shot for goal, so he kicks his first goal for the game, and Spotswood second. They 2-4-16, still trailing Albion a handsome 5-3-33. Ball back in the centre. Brown and Assad this time. Assad gets the tap, comes towards Allen, comes then to Delaney, gets a handball over towards Ergenen. Ergenen kicks towards Bond, who was playing from behind. Comes to Ergenen again and seen over the boundary line out of bounds. So a number of Spotswood players haven't seen much of the ball yet. They'd be hoping to see a bit more of it, and they need to if Spotswood are going to get back into this game. Up it goes. Comes to Turner. Turner tries to break through, still got the ball. Held to him by the umpire. According to the umpire. So, quick ball up. Assad and Brown. Assad gets a tap, comes towards Turner. He can't get it. Handballed out the back. Turner gets it this time. Goes right, left, all over the place. Comes towards him again and he gets it again. So he gets the handball over this time. Comes towards Newman. Newman gets a kick on the left foot. He's got Knezovic. Knezovic goes along towards Carmen. Carmen's got the run at it. Punched away and the ball at ground level, and the umpire says, I'll come in and ball it up. So about 30 metres out from Albion's goal on the flank. Throws it up. Brown gets a tap, comes over the back, comes towards Moore from Albion, and he goes in short, played on, round the corner, and a good mark there to Fowler in the back line. Comes to Bereshi. Umpire says it's a 50-metre penalty. So Fowler's going to get the advantage of that 50-metre penalty, so he's further down the ground. He'll be looking for someone to make a lead across half forward. Any time now would be good. Comes out wide now. Comes towards Bond. Bond and Grimer. Grimer goes to the front. The umpire played a mark and then called play on. Well, that's not quite right, but I wonder how they get the grand final if they're going to make simple mistakes like that. Anyway, the ball comes out now across half-back line, comes towards the Albion player. He's over the top of the ball. comes to Erginen, and both of them over the top of the ball. The umpire says, I'll have it. Wilkinson and Bond. Bond gets it down. Comes now towards Turner. He gets a handball back to Grimer. He gets a good kick across to Newman. Newman running through the centre of the ground. He's running into half forward. He's going to have an actual shot at goal and misses. So one behind. Ball kicked back in. Comes now towards Grimer. Punch at the ground. Shaw gets it. Gets a kick. Comes straight towards the Albion player, number 13. He's picked it up. He's thrown the ball away. The umpire has finally seen one. He said, play on. Don't see the advantage of that, so should have called it back. Now they're in trouble, Spotswood. Chance now for Delaney. Gets a hand on it. Picked up by Newman. Newman drops the ball. Delaney gets it over. Can't get it. Delaney tries to pick it up again. At least he's in there having a go. So centre half forward, umpire throws it up. Assad grabs it out of the ruck. Comes out towards Phillips. Phillips a chance. Taps it in front of himself. Swings around on the right foot. Handballs it back towards Brown. Brown goes into the centre of the ground to Bereshy and he takes the mark. No one to kick to though. Well, a player comes from behind. Umpire must have called play on. Otherwise you wouldn't think an umpire would make a basic mistake like that again. Ball pumped into the forward line there. Over the back. Chance there for Hucker to run onto it. Couldn't do so. Albion player picks it up. Gets it out. It was Gauchi. A long run comes now towards Glenn. That would be dropping the ball. Not seen that way by the umpire. Comes now towards Jones. He gets to Fowler. Fowler to Bereshy. He slams on the boot. Comes down to Smart. Got two players to play on. He comes down there, Taylor, or Walker, is it? Comes to Erginen. Erginen gets it. Shrugs off the tackle. Comes into the left foot. Chance now for Hucker again. So Hucker, about 45 out. Albion player down behind play. Trainers on the way out. So we wait now as Jason Hucker for Spotswood lines up. He's got one goal on the board already. 45 out. We'll see how he goes. Comes in, kicks it high into the goal square and high and through. And a great kick for goal by Jason Hucker. It's his second for the quarter. The Spotswood now move to 3-4-22, still trailing Albion 5-4-34. Looks like the blood rule again. Right, blood rule there. Vinny Smart off. Lee Collier on. Ball back. Assad gets the tap again. Gets a big bang away. Comes towards Brown the centre. Handball. Blocked by Assad again. Having an influence on the game in the centre of the ground. Trying to bust through tackles and held on to. Umpire says, I'll ball it up. So Assad and Brown up in the ruck again. Assad gets it down. Knezovic gets a little kick away. Comes towards half forward. Bounces. Over the back was Matty Dean. He gets a punch. Tapped over towards the advantage now of Shaw. Shaw gets it towards Phillips. Phillips can't pick it up. Erginen's in there. Chance for Shaw again. He's trying to get it. He's held on to without the ball. And the umpire says you can have a free kick, young fella. So Shaw it is. That's James Shaw. Matty Shaw playing in the seniors today. So James Shaw from half back kicks towards half forward. Chance for Collier over the back, gets a handball backwards, comes to Fowler. Fowler steps around, has a snap, kicks her over towards Buttigieg Clark. Buttigieg Clark looking for someone now to kick to. He runs around the player on the mark, goes long now towards Hucker. And Taylor is going to get the mark and maybe get a 50-metre penalty as well. Yeah, seen that way by umpire Sutton. So Matty Taylor going to line up for his second goal of the game, and Spotswood's fourth. If Spotswood have worked their way back into the game here in the second quarter, about the 12-minute mark. Coach Paul Smith from Albion ringing the changes as Taylor comes in. Taylor puts it through. So Spotswood now move on to 4-4-28, trailing Albion 5-4-34. Right, back in the centre of the ground, Brown and Bull this time to do the ruck work. Brown gets it out, comes towards Collier, gets a handball across. Knezevic picks it up, comes towards Assad. Assad picks it up, bounces off players. Certainly using his strength to advantage in the centre of the ground. He's a chase to the ball. So well done here by number 15, a bit of pace there of McPherson. McPherson kicks it long towards the goal square and the ball dribbles through. No, it hasn't yet. Goal umpire is still there. And he swings around and one behind. So Albion kicked their fifth behind. They moved to 5-5-35. Still leading Spotswood to a 4-4-28. Cesare kicks it out long, comes towards Warnock. Warnock touches it just before it goes over the boundary line. So outside the 50-metre line, and it's a throw-in. So Assad to do the ruck work again with Brown. Tap down, comes towards Warnock, can't pick it up, comes towards Ergen, and now he's got space. He kicks long in towards the forward line. Chance for Taylor, he can't mark it. Comes to him now, he handballs over the top. Comes now to Delaney. Delaney in short. Chance for Hucker. Hucker swings around onto his right foot. Gets it in towards Taylor. Taylor can't mark it. Tries to get over. Bonds on his own in the goal square. Can't be seen. Taylor gets it up. Chance now for Collier. Collier gets a handball over towards Delaney. Grimer gets it. Comes towards Hucker. Hucker can't pick it up and it goes over the boundary line out of bounds. Bit of comedy of errors there. There was a chance. Got to take chances in grand finals. If they don't come again next week. Right, ball in by the umpire. Up they go. Chance now. Knezevic again gets it. It goes towards Phillips. He drops it. Butters up though. Picks it up. Gets a handball over now to Ergenen. Ergenen handballs out back towards Brown. Brown off the side of the boot. Chance for Hucker who's in front. Can't mark it. Punched away by Newman and over the boundary line out of bounds in the forward pocket. 15 minutes into the second quarter of the WRFL's First Division Reserves Grand Final between two powerhouse clubs, Spotswood and Albion. I say powerhouse because they meet again in the Senior Grand Final in an hour or so's time. Comes out towards Delaney, picks it up, handballs over the back, comes to Brown. Brown in short towards Hucker, and Hucker takes a mark around about 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. So a little bit of change comes over the game. So he Carmen down there. He might be playing the back line now. So some changes been made by Paul Smith, coach of Albion Reserves, as Hucker comes in, shoots for goal, puts it up in the air and it floats through. No, just hits the post. So Spotswood now move on to 4-5-29, trailing Albion by a goal, who are 5-5-35. Newman, long kick with the left foot, comes out towards Brown. Brown takes the mark. It's either a mark or a free kick. It must have been a free kick because advantage is being given to Hucker. Hucker's a chance now. Up they go in the goal square. Bond goes up, can't mark it. Over the back of Assad. Here's a chance now for Knezevic, trying to push it through. Comes out now to Collier. And on the boot by Delaney. And I think he might have levelled the scores here. Delaney snaps a goal out of the pack. Spotswood move on to 5-5-35. Exactly the same score as Albion, who are 5-5-35. Right, ball back in the middle of the ground. Different complexions come over the game now. Bull goes up. Chance found to Delaney to run on the ball. Doesn't do so. Chance to pick it up. And the Albion player held on to. That's Keaton Mail. Gets it out towards Turner. Turner runs around the player, takes another bounce, kicks it wide towards half forward. Chance there for Carmen, who was in front, couldn't mark it. Gone out the back now towards Carmen again. No, picked up by Spotswood. Comes in now towards Delaney, goes up one-handed, comes towards Collier. Collier gets a handball over to Erginen. Erginen handballs it straight back to Bull for Melvian. Turner picks it up, runs around the player, comes back to Bull. He gets a little kick. Comes now towards Glenn, I think it is. Bond can't pick it up. Comes now towards Delaney. Held on to by the foot and a free kick. Free kick now to Delaney. So Tom Delaney has it. Handballs for some reason to Fowler. Fowler goes long towards Taylor. He's playing in front and he takes the mark. So Spotswood playing a lot better now. Albion were very confident in the first quarter. Running off. Now not manning up on the forward line. A bit like how Spotswood were playing the first quarter. So Matty Taylor has the ball. He'll be kicking from about 40. By the time he gets in there, he's got the Joel Garner run up. So in he comes now, little skip and a jump, kicks, going in towards his goal, and they like it down there. So Spotswood have hit the front for the first time for the game. They move on to 6-5-41, leading Albion 5-5-35. Both sides ring the changes here. The ball up now in the centre of the ground. Brown gets it down. Shark there by Turner. Turner kicks it long in towards Carmen. Carmen can't get it. Matty Dean gets it out of the fence. Comes back straight towards Turner and Turner takes a mark on the wing. He's got Bull in the centre of the ground on his own. Doesn't seem. Must have the blinkers on like the horse in race 3 at Flemington. He kicks it in there short and a good mark taken there in defence by Spotswood. A switch of play, not such a good one, comes now towards Mail, I think it is. Comes in now towards Carmen. So a bad decision there to kick across goal. Well done there by number 15, who is McPherson. McPherson got the ball into Carmen, and this should be bread and butter for a bloke who kicked 8 goals 2 weeks ago. And put the Moz on him, he's kicked another behind. So he's kicked 1 goal 4 for today. Josh Carmen. So 5 points the difference now. Spotswood still in front. Fowler plays on from full back. Kicks it out wide. Don't know who to. Upton takes a mark in front. A couple of bad decisions made in the last minute or so in Spotswood's back line. I know it might be old-fashioned football, but you get the ball the hell out of there. So Upton, kicking from outside 50, swings around towards the goal square. Carmen goes up. Ball, I don't think it's through yet. The umpire does say that it is all clear because the ball has hit the behind post. So now 4 points the difference. So Fowler has the ball at full back. Where are we going this time? Comes out towards Bereshy. Again, over the back, comes towards Bond. Bond goes in towards Phillips. Phillips playing from behind, gets a handball over to Allen. Allen's got a chance now to run with it. Kicks it long in towards Senar Ford. Chance there for Orchard, and Orchard takes a mark. He's got a chance for Taylor. Taylor's on his own over the back there, but Smart, being smart, finds himself free about 40 metres out, or not 40, it'd be 35 metres out directly in front. Albion players looking around wondering who was picking him up. Knezovic on the mark, might be his man, we never know. But Smart comes in and it's not so smart kick for goal because it's gone through for a behind. Albion play on straight away through Newman, comes over to Bull. Bull's got Upton over the top, not going to him, no, he's going to kick long. Bull, he goes long towards half forward. Chance here for Bond to take the mark. Takes it one-handed. He's looking for someone to kick to. Comes in short to Buttigieg Clark. Buttigieg Clark goes short towards Shaw. So they're still well outside 50. Just chipping the ball around. Comes in long now. That's a shocking kick, but it might be a chance for Brown to mark. No. Goes over the back towards Newman. He gets a kick away. Comes out towards Turner. He's got the pace. Younger and faster than Vinnie Smart, but the ball beats both of them over the boundary line out of bounds. So we're at about the 25-minute mark of this quarter. Can't be that long to go. Ball in by the umpire. Up they go. Assad went a bit early. Brown knocks it down to the advantage. Comes towards Knezovic. He sees the ball over the boundary line out of bounds. Right on the 50-metre line on the other side of the ground. Just in front of the Coca-Cola sign. You might as well be drinking Coca-Cola today, better than that light beer. Ball gets tapped down now. Albion doesn't pick it up. Chance there for Scratcher Allen, number 99. It's only a couple of numbers higher than his age. Playing beautifully over there. Ageless and tireless. Right, Brown over the back comes towards Phillips. Taps it on, can't get it. Albion trying to get it out now. Kicked it off the ground. Well done. Followed it up as well. So, yeah, good play there by Albion to bring it out. Caught that time, no. Chance though, good running by Moore. Moore gets it long, one hand up. And over the boundary line out of bounds on the Albion between wing and half forward for them. So, boundary umpire about to throw it in. Assad and Bond is time to do the ruck work. As the siren goes for half time. A little bit to do there, but Spotswood have certainly come back into this game and now lead 6-6-42 to Albion 5-7-37. Here we are back for the start of the second half of the WRFL Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. Kick out of the centre by Knezovic. Goes towards Bereshu and Wilkinson. Wilkinson, ball goes behind him. Taps it out though. Comes in there and a little bit high we thought. No, not seen by the umpire. Kicked out towards the wing. As I thought at the end of the first half, Albion is starting this quarter one man down with Moore, number 24, going... being off for the first 15 minutes. The danger of having a man off is everyone at Spotswood think that they're the spare man, so it can often work against you. Fowler gets the ball out of the back line, comes out now towards Erginen. Erginen a chance, taps it out in front of himself, uses his pace now, taps it again, gets it across towards Delaney. Delaney gets a kick down towards, it's a chance there for Orchard. Punts away from him. Bond can't get down to it. Comes to Upton. Upton picks it up, gets a handball across now to Bull. Bull gets a handball to nowhere in particular. Comes out wide. Bull gets it out again. Comes towards Assad. Assad gets it. Tries to break through. Knezovic gets it. Gets across now. Left foot kick. A grubber along the ground. Comes down towards Carmen. Carmen tries to kick it off the ground. Can't do so. Very ordinary play there by Spotswood. Had three players and the one Albion player gets the free kick. No talk. That's that. He plays on, kicks it out now. Chance now for Delaney over the top, comes towards Matty Dean. Matty Dean runs towards the ball. It bounces in his favour. He goes on the left foot. It goes out towards the boundary line. He'll be hoping it goes out because there's Turner there. Oh, kicked off the ground by Matty Dean. Well done by him. A bit further. So still now Albion player. Albion player still got players on their own. I can't understand it. And now a free kick down the ground. Inexcusable. Comes now towards Knezovic. He goes out wide. Comes towards Glenn. Glenn can't pick it up. Chance now comes to Brown. Handball over the top. A couple of players there now. Delaney's got it. Want to get a kick soon. Kicks it in towards the centre of the ground. Kicked off out of there, mid-air. By Assad, comes to Smart. He's wrapped up by Knezovic and the umpire says, I'll ball it up. So Albion have already wasted 3 minutes of having a player off the ground. Big punch out, comes towards Turner. Turner kicks it towards the top of the square. And it's gone through the goals. So a goal to Mickey Turner against the run of play. to start Albion's assault on quarter number 3. Ball back in the centre now. Brown and Bull. Up it goes. Knezovic gets the kick away. Comes out towards Turner again. Wilkinson taps it over his head. Comes to Fowler. Fowler kicks it in the centre of the ground and goes straight to Bull. Spotswood aren't playing this extra man well because they've got 2 or 3 players on their own. It's only one player that can be free. So in it comes now. I shake my head in disbelief. So Stephen Glenn has the ball 25 metres out directly in front. Kicks it and kicks the goal. So a good start to the third quarter by Albion as they now move on to 7-6-48, leading Spotswood 6-7-43. Back in the middle, Brown, Bull gets a tap down, goes to Knezovic, tries to break through. Phillips can't pick it up. Ball at ground level. Umpire will come in and ball it up. Ball in the centre of the ground, punched out, comes towards Buttigieg Clark, kicks it out towards Hucker. Hucker can't get it, comes towards Grimer. Grimer tries to pick it up, he does so, but he's taken over the boundary line out of bounds. Umpire's called holding the ball. So Jai Orchard kicks it in short, there's a lead on, but didn't get through the Albion wall and it's punched over the boundary line out of bounds. So throw in about 20 metres around from the behind post, Spotswood end of the ground. Ruck work here, Assad and Bond. Assad up, Bond at the back, comes down smothered, comes to Knezovic, handball over the top, comes there to Gauchi, Erginen, and he sees it over the boundary line out of bounds. So between half forward and wing. So throw in, Assad pushes it down the front to advantage of Gauchi. Erginen goes in and he sees it over the boundary line. So a little bit of a stalemate now down at the boundary, third boundary throw in a row. So in this time, Bond gets it down towards Smart, can't get it, Erginen does, gets a kick across, comes here towards Cesari, a little bit high on him. Bit lucky there, didn't pick the ball up cleanly, but fairly agricultural tackle by the Albion player. So Cesari, from about 45, kicks long and inaccurately. It might score. Yes, one behind. Right, Newman with the ball at full back. Looking for someone to kick to. He's called the player out. And it comes to Upton. Upton takes a mark. So he's looking for someone to kick to. He's got Assad down here. Got a punch from behind. They do so. Comes down there to the ground level. Cesari. So free kick to Assad. So he'll get a handball. He does quickly. Comes down now towards Fowler. Fowler can't get it. It comes to ground level. Chance now for Shaw to try and get it out. The umpire said the ball was held to him. Ball up. In dispute, centre forward. Comes to Phillips. Phillips comes out wide. Probably looking for the boundary line. Chance now. Comes towards Buttigieg Clark. Cops one high. Gets round on his left foot. Comes on to Collier. Collier takes the mark. Gets across to Hucker. Hucker's got a chance. He bounces once. Comes down now towards Taylor. Taylor in front. Comes to ground level. Players can't pick it up there. And the umpire says, I'll ball it up. So up it goes. Tap out by Albion. Comes towards their advantage. Too high to Albion. Albion free kick. So Albion have done well this first 10 minutes of the third quarter. Scored 2 goals to Spotswood's none while they were a player down. So Newman kicks long towards the wing, looking for Assad, takes a mark in front. He'd be looking for runners. He's got Turner running towards the centre. He's got Wilkinson as well. So chance for Wilkinson at the back. Can't mark it. Comes towards Shaw. Shaw can't get it either. Costs it a little bit high. Not seen that way by the umpire. Ball underneath the pack. And the umpire says, I'll ball it up. So inside 50 for Albion. Throws it up. Brown and Wilkinson. Brown over the top. Comes towards Knezovic. Can't pick it up. Smart can't pick it up. He does now. Handballs it over to the advantage of Ergenen. He taps it towards his own advantage. Picks it up. Swings around, but goes over the boundary line out of bounds. Ball in by the umpire. Comes now towards Brown. Can't get it. It's still at ground level. Knezovic gets it out. Gets a kick away. Comes to Fowler. Fowler a chance. Tries to tap it over to himself. Comes to Carmen. Carmen gets a handball. Comes towards Bereshy. Got to work together here. Comes to Fowler now. He cops one high. Fowler. Comes now towards Hines. Hines gets a kick. Chance now for Cesari in front. Can't take the mark. Comes down to Albion player. And tackled, and the umpire says, I'll come in and ball it up once again. Bull gets the tap down, comes towards Ergenen. Comes now to quick handball over to Knezovic. So Fowler kicks it in to the advantage of Hines. Hines can't pick it up. He does now. Gets around his player. Kicks it long towards the wing. There's no one there. And the ball bounds over the boundary line out of bounds. So 15 minutes nearly up. So Albion will be able to bring their player back on. And they've certainly done better without him. Kicked 2 goals to nothing in this first 12, 13 minutes of the quarter. Knezovic again. Ended up with a free kick. So he'll be looking to kick it inside 50. Carmen's calling for it long. Now he's calling for it at 20 metres out. So they're trying to get it across to him. Bad kick there. Ends up with Phillips. Phillips gets a kick for Spotswood. Comes up towards Bond and Upton. Bond ends up taking... No, he doesn't take the mark. Picks it up though. Gets a handball. So Bull has got the ball. Kicks it towards the centre of the ground. Marked there by D'Orazio. He kicks in short towards Knezovic. He handballs over to Gauci. Gauci gets his kick just in time. And the ball lands with Fowler. Ball goes to Phillips. Phillips kicks it long. Not going to anyone particular unless Delaney can get there. He tries to, but Upton gets it. He handballs over the top to Assad. He'll get a handball over. Kick towards centre forward. And Carmen's the one they're looking for. Ball comes over the back of the pack. It's a race now. Comes off the ground. Kicked off the ground by Matty Dean towards the boundary, and over the boundary line it goes. This umpire's kidding. He's absolutely kidding. So Turner gets the resultant free kick for what we don't really know. No mark paid there. And over the boundary line it goes and out of bounds. So ball comes towards Brown. Can't get it. Comes to Knezovic. Handball over the top to Assad. Assad runs around. Ball kicked long. Fowler kicks in from full back. Comes to Dean. Matty Dean, no one to kick to. Goes out now to Bereshy. No one moving like they were in that second quarter. Taken out of the play and too high. So free kick paid to Spotswood there on the other side. So Chisari picks it up, kicks it in now. Buttigieg Clark takes the mark in the centre of the ground. He goes in short towards Phillips. Bounces for him. Needs someone long. He kicks it out wide though. Comes towards Delaney. Can't mark it. Hucker there and over the boundary line out of bounds. So 8 points the difference in favour of Albion. About 17 minutes into this second quarter. So Albion with their full complement of players back on the ground. In the back to Spotswood in the ruck there. Ali Assad should know better than that. So waiting for the ball now to come back to Travis Brown, Spotswood ruckman. He'd be looking to kicking it long. He's got Orchard out in front of the square there. But looks like he's going to try and kick long towards the top of the square. It's wobbling towards the behinds. Albion are going to clear it here. Easily done. Comes out towards Knezovic. Can't get it. Still not out. Still not out. Chance now. And the ball eventually goes out of bounds. Umpire's going to throw it in. So a little lull in proceedings again. Spotswood certainly need to score to get some ascendancy back in the game. Comes forward and Taylor takes the mark, plays on, goes round on his right foot, comes towards Hucker. Hucker's got two men over the top of him. Upton picked it up. Tackled by Orchard. Play on, they say, so the advantage of Albion, off they run. Chance here. So Albion now down towards Glenn. Glenn gets it, swings around, handball to Turner. Turner kicking it long as asked by Carmen and over the back of the pack and goes through for one behind. So Albion, they move to 7 goals, 10-52, leading Spotswood 6-7-43. Fowler kicks it in towards Bereshy. Handballs it back to Fowler. Don't know who's he going to kick to. Kicks it out towards Shaw. He can't pick it up. Does now. Gets a handball. Picked up by the Albion player over the top now towards Turner and back. Gets it back. Goes in long now. Chance now for Bond to take a mark in at the top of the square. He kicks out short towards Shaw. That's a shocker. And Turner gets in and takes a mark. He's got players loose everywhere. Wilkinson takes a mark. So Wilkinson about 30 metres out, almost directly in front, to add another goal on the board for Albion. Comes in now. 30 metres out. Be a handy goal. Has a shot and the umpire runs across and calls it a behind. So Albion now move on to 7:11.53, a 10-point advantage over Spotswood, 6:7.43. Long kick this time, comes towards Brown, can't get it, comes down towards Warnock, handballs over to Allen. Allen gets it, swings around onto his left foot. Players attack the ball, picked up by an Albion player, number 39. He's had a shot for goal, and another behind. Albion have got the free kick in short now. Chance, well done by Warnock. Picked up by Fowler, comes through with his head down. Warnock swings around on the left foot. Chance now for Shaw to take the mark. He's got the mark, he kicks, he's got chance there for Allen in the centre square. Right in the centre circle. Brown kicks long towards the forward line. Chance for Hucker and or Orchard. Orchard runs onto it. Can't get it though and goes through for one behind. Spotswood move on to 6:8.44, trailing Albion 7:12.54. So Newman with the ball again, be looking for somewhere long. Lovely left foot kick of the ball. Goes long again, out towards the scoreboard side. Chance for Spotswood in front, but nobody down. Albion player gets it over the top. Chance for Warnock to run onto it. Can't pick it up. Picked up by the Albion player. He runs around, has a bounce. Going to go long. And he goes long towards Carmen. Carmen will get a free kick. So Carmen, about 25 metres out on a slide angle. So wait for Carmen to come in to have his shot for goal. Runs in now, leans back on it and hits the post. So 11 points the difference. About 22 minutes now into this third quarter. The WRFL Division 1 Reserves Grand Final for 2010. And Albion hold an 11-point advantage. Fowler kicks long up the centre of the ground. He'd be looking for Brown. Brown gets his hands on it. Can't mark it though. Comes over towards Albion players. They got players loose everywhere. So he's got a player loose. Carmen up. Fowler hits it out. Comes now towards ground level. Picked up by Jacob Green. He gets one around the neck. And he'll be having a shot from 20 metres out, 45-degree angle. Spotswood being held scoreless this quarter. While Albion at the moment have kicked 2 goals. Green going for the third. And there's no doubt about that. Skipped away to a handy 17-point advantage towards the end of the third quarter. Siren won't be far off. Brown and Bull go up. Brown gets a secondary tap. Can't pick it up in the centre of the ground, Allen, but he goes after it again as the siren sounds. And as the siren does sound for three-quarter time, Albion have skipped away to 8:13.61 to Spotswood 6:8.44. Well, final quarter now of the 2010 WRFL Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. Spotswood trailing Albion by 17 points at the last change. Albion get a quick kick away. Chance now for Albion to get it out through Cesare. Cesare picks it up, gets a handball over the top of Fowler. It goes towards Buttigieg Clark. Buttigieg Clark goes down now towards forward line. Comes now towards Taylor. Taylor's a chance. Albion player had the ball for plenty of time while he was tackled. Not seen that way by the umpire. Comes out now towards the wing. Picked up there by DeRosio. He's got Bull in the centre of the ground. Bull on his own. Going to get a kick long. Well, it didn't go all that long. Anyway, it's gone towards Glenn. Glenn gets a handball back over the top. Comes now towards D'Orazio again. He kicks in long, and the young bloke can't mark it this time. Comes around now to, he's going to get it this time, young Green. Comes to Turner. Turner gets a handball, goes over the top of Knezovic. He gets it back to Turner. Turner swings around on the left foot and kicks a goal. Albion moved them on to 9-13-67. Now a 4-goal advantage over Spotswood on 6-8-44. Ball up in the centre. Bull gets it down. Comes there. Comes towards Assad. Assad gets a handball over to Moore. Moore handballs over to number 15, who is McPherson. McPherson gets it wide to the other small man in Turner. Turner goes long. Punched away. Comes towards the boundary line. Spotswood player held on to without the ball. The umpire's exerting his influence on the game. Kicked in short towards Phillips at centre half back. He's got players running for him. Comes out wide. Chance for Buttigieg Clark, can't mark it. Chance now for Erginen. Ergen held on to. So Erginen gets a free kick on the wing. Kicks long towards the top of the square. Chance now over the back. Albion picked up by Upton. He can't get rid of it. Picked up by Taylor. He can't get up. And he's thrown to the ground. So Taylor with the ball. Chance to put a goal on the board, a much needed goal on the board for Spotswood. He's about 35 metres out, directly in front. Comes in and puts it through. Goal umpire runs back to the centre and signals a goal. So a much needed goal goes on the board there for Spotswood to Matty Taylor. He kicks his 4th for the game. And Spotswood 7th. They move to 7-8-50, still trailing Albion 9-13-67. Ball up. Phillips gets a handball out. Comes towards McPherson. McPherson and Phillips battle for the ball. And the umpire says, I'll come in and ball it up. Phillips gets it, handballs out, comes to Fowler. Fowler gets it out towards the advantage of Delaney. Delaney gets it, handballs it over the top, comes to Cesari. Cesari swings around on the right foot, needs to kick it. He does kick it long. Chance for Bond, and he takes a mark. Handballs over the top, that was a bit silly. A chance though for Smart to kick the goal. Very lucky there. As Spotswood now move on to 8-8-56, trailing. Not sure what's going on here with the umpire. He'll give it a goal anyway. Yep. So up. Back in the middle of the ground. Brown and Bull, as it has been for a lot of the day. Comes out now towards Erginen. Can't pick it up. Kicked off the ground. Comes to Brown. Brown in front and gets one in the back. So he looks for a handball opportunity. Goes to Fowler. His kick is smothered. Comes out to Turner. Turner and Jones. Picked up now by Albion player. Tries to get it out of there. Chance now for Smart. Gets it. Comes to Assad. Assad, or Knezovic I think it is, goes long. A chance for two Spotswood players spoiled each other. Number 27, that's D'Orazio I think. D'Orazio has a shot and kicks it behind. So it's an even 2 goals the difference now. Ball comes in quickly. Comes over the back of the pack, punched away, comes towards D'Orazio again, can't pick it up. Buttigieg Clark over the top of him, and he's going to get caught for holding the ball. Phillips plays on, comes in short, comes to Hucker. Hucker swings around, feints the handball, comes around onto the right foot, comes in now towards Warnock. Warnock gets over towards Cesari. Cesari goes down on one knee, gets it over to Taylor. Taylor runs in, swings around and kicks it behind. So inside 2 goals now the score. So it's 11 points the difference. 9-14, 68 Albion to 8-9. Spotswood 57. So Gauchi plays on from full back. Kicks it long towards the wing. To the advantage there of Ali Assad. Assad picks it up. Goes for a bit of a run himself. Takes a bounce. Goes all over the place. He's held on to. That should be dropping the ball. Comes over to Knezovic. Knezovic gets it in there towards McPherson or Turner. Not sure which one it is. He swings around on his left foot and goes through for a behind, and the score is back out to that 2-goal margin. So we've played about 7 or 8 minutes now in the final quarter. Hines comes in short. Mark taken there by Buttigieg Clark, I think it is. He goes long towards Delaney, takes a good mark under pressure, looking for someone at centre half forward to go to, gets it over to Fowler. Fowler now runs. He kicks it long to the advantage of Hucker. Hucker takes a mark just before the boundary. He walks back. He's going to kick it towards, he's going to have either a shot or kick it to the top of the square. He's got a player that's running, comes to Fowler, can't mark it. Taylor gets it picked up there by the Albion player, comes out now towards Assad. Assad and Delaney. Delaney gets tripped, comes now towards Hucker. Hucker swings around on the left foot, comes in now. Chance now for Cesari to kick it long towards the goal square. Chance in the goal square now, but it's gone through for one behind. So again, 11 points the difference. So Gauchi again to kick it in. Goes in short. Another short kick comes into Knezovic. Knezovic in the centre, handballs across. Erginen can't stick the tackle. Comes long now. Chance there, good tap away there, comes towards Bereshi, can't pick it up. Ball goes over the band line out of bounds. So 10 minutes in, still 11 points the difference. Albion lead. Ball comes down and again over the boundary line out of bounds. Boundary throw in, not the best of them. Bull gets it down to the front. Turner gets a handball away. Brown gets a tap out. Comes to the advantage now of Knezovic, or Ali Assad it is. He picks it up, gets over towards Bull. Bull handballs over his head. Comes to Smart, cops one. Ball in dispute. Umpire says, I'll ball it up. Comes now McPherson. And again, the umpire says, I'll ball it up. Up they go. Bull, Brown, comes to ground level. Knezovic over the top of it. Ball comes out now. Bereshi can't pick it up. Comes out now. Collier gets over the top. And a free kick for Turner for being held. Didn't have the ball. Gets a handball over now. D'Orazio kicks in short. Chance there for Glenn. So Glenn's about 40 out, Stephen Glenn. He goes in short towards Carmen. And Carmen, 25 metres out, they're about to have a shot from directly in front. Carmen comes in now and kicks a goal. He's second for the game. Ball back in the centre of the ground. Albion holding a 17-point advantage at the 12-minute mark. So still plenty of time if Spotswood can get it. Looks like Albion are going to get the clearance though, over the top. Comes now towards Turner, can't get it. Comes now to an Albion player, he kicks it out wide. Chance there for Green, and he takes the mark. So he's about 40 metres out, young bloke. Right, look at him. Jacob Green, number 8. So Green comes in, looks like a good shot, and it is a goal. The Albion crowd now starting to celebrate. Probably a little bit early, but even the coach, Smith, he's starting to celebrate. Ball back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. Spotswood need to get a clearance here. Hines goes up. Comes now towards Phillips. Can't pick it up. He's picked up this time. Assad kicks it off the ground. Comes to the advantage of Turner. He swings round. Hand pass now. There's going to be a long kick now for goal. But goes through for one behind. That was Hegarty. So 4 straight goals of difference now. Ball kicked in quickly. Comes to Phillips. Plays on. Comes towards Bull. Now Hines gets it. He'll take a little bit of a run. Kicks it long now towards the advantage of Spotswood. Comes to Jazari if he can pick it up. Does pick it up now. Gets a handball across to Bond. He handballs back now to Smart. Smart needs to kick a goal or give it to someone who can. Fowler nearly gets it. He's over the top of it. Pushed into back. The umpire says, I'll come in and ball it up. So free kick in the ruck to Bond, about 5 metres out. So Spotswood certainly need this goal. Might be wondering why there's no Albion commentators. They couldn't find anyone who vocabulary advanced past dogs and faggots. So as Bond puts through the goal, back to the 3-goal margin. So ball with the umpire back in the middle. 3 goals of difference at the 15-minute mark of this last quarter. Chip out there. Comes towards Hines. He can't get it. Bull gets the kick away. Chance now with Albion player. Hit it over the top. Spotswood can't pick it up. All over it. Umpire comes in and says, I'll ball it up. It's in our forward position for Albion. Up it goes. Assad again gets the tap out. Goes towards the boundary line, out of bounds. So Albion will be happy for it to stay down in that area. Probably about 8 minutes of football to go. Hines gets it down. Comes now towards Delaney. Delaney goes long to Allen. Allen in front. Punches it to his own advantage, but ends up going over the boundary line out of bounds. So it goes over to the half-forward flank area. So the ball in about to occur. Looks like Assad and Bond to do the ruck work. Bull's there as well. Bond gets a tap over the back. Comes out now. Chance for Hucker to run onto it. Hucker runs onto it. He's got 2 players against him. Comes towards Gauchi. Gauchi runs away, gets a bounce, has another bounce. Oh, he ran a little bit too far, I'd say. Good chasing. Punched away that time, comes to Fowler, he taps it over to Bereshi. Bereshi gets it now towards Erginen, can't pick it up. Ball comes over to Hines, can't get it. Albion player again runs away with it, comes out to advantage of Carmen, punched away from him by Brown. Ball at ground level, picked up by Spotswood, comes there towards the centre of the ground. No one in particular there. The umpire's pulled it back for a free kick, back down the ground. Out it goes towards Delaney. Looks like everything's in slow motion at the moment. Delaney gets over towards Allen. Allen a chance. He's kick it in short towards Taylor. And Taylor, about 30 metres out, has a chance to get Spotswood a little bit closer. So Taylor runs in, end up kicking from about 40. Kicks it now, comes in long and straight, and the goal umpire says that's a goal, so it's back to 2 goals. Certainly not over yet. Ball back in the middle, 4 minutes to go. 2 goals the difference. Centre break, comes to Albion, goes across to Moore. He gets a little kick away, goes out wide to the advantage of Albion. Comes now to Orchard, he can't pick it up. Erginen can't pick it up, the ball's bouncing all over the place. Albion player picks it up now, goes in long, chance now for a mark. No, it's tapped down to ground level, comes out with a handball, comes towards Fowler. Fowler picks it up, gets a little left footer, doesn't go far, and the ball thought it went over the boundary line, but it didn't, it's still in then. So chance now for the umpire to come in and ball it up. So less than 4 minutes to go now. Up they go, it's stepped out. Albion's advantage. Picked up by Assad, he handballs over the top. Chance here for Spotswood. Long kick down towards centre forward. Over the back they need to be. Comes to the front now. Chance for Allen. Can't pick it up. Gets a handball over. Chance now for Orchard. Orchard gets a handball over to Smart. Smart needs to get rid of it. Gets a handball over. Chance of Phillips to pick it up. He can't pick it up. Opportunity wasted there possibly for Spotswood. Chance now for Albion to get it out. And the umpire says he's keeping time playing on. The umpire finally says, I'm going to ball it up. So I'd say under 3 minutes now of play. So Albion Spotswood had a chance there to get that ball forward quickly. Comes out to Taylor. Taylor has a snapshot and it's gone out on the full. So a chance for Albion to regroup. So with less than 3 minutes to go, looks like Albion might hold on here in the 2010 Reserves Grand Final. Upton kicks it towards the boundary as instructed by his coach. Ball comes across there. Mark taken by Bond. Bond outside, gets a handball across. Comes to Hines. Hines runs around, kicks long now in towards the forward line. Chance here for a mark to Hucker, comes off his hands. Chance there off the ground, so it's a point. So Spotswood kick a goal behind. So it's inside that 2 goals, but time I think is going to beat Spotswood. Comes to Knezovic, he's too smart to play it on too quickly. He'll kick it into someone. Spotswood now need to man up. They've got 2 players out here, one of them Turner, the speedster. So Turner gone the bounce. Comes back out. The ball comes down to half forward. Held on to. Another word in the Albion vocabulary is now rat. So we've got dogs, rats and faggots. Good mark in the centre of ground by Bull. Albion are going to hang on here in what's been a good standard reserves grand final. So Spotswood are going to suffer their second defeat for the day, having 3 teams in the grand finals, under 18s beaten by 4 behinds, and it looks like the reserves are going to go down by a couple of goals. Carmen goes to the mark, comes to Knezovic, he falls over, trying to get a free kick, comes out now to Shaw. Shaw kicks long, out along the ground, and it goes out of bounds. Wonder it wasn't called out deliberately. Was earlier. Another word in the Albion vocabulary is now rat. So we've got dogs, rats and faggots. Good mark in the centre of ground by Bull. Albion are going to hang on here in what's been a good standard reserves grand final. So Spotswood are going to suffer their second defeat for the day, having 3 teams in the grand finals, under 18s beaten by 4 behinds, and it looks like the reserves are going to go down by a couple of goals. Carmen goes to the mark, comes to Knezovic, he falls over, trying to get a free kick, comes out now to Shaw. Shaw kicks long, out along the ground, and it goes out of bounds. Wonder it wasn't called out deliberately. Was earlier. So ball tapped down, coming towards the boundary again, and out of bounds. So we'll be down inside a minute now. I don't think the siren's very far away. 11-16 Albion, 82 to Spotswood 10-11, 71. And as you can hear, that was a siren. That's the final score. So Albion 11-16, 82 defeat Spotswood 10-11, 71 in the 2010 WRFL Reserves Grand Final. Goal kickers for Spotswood were Bond 1, Delaney 1, Hucker 2, Smart 1 and Matty Taylor 5. For Albion, Green 1, Knezovic 1, Turner 2, Glenn 2, D'Orazio, that's Stephen D'Orazio 1, Carmen 2 and Dean D'Orazio 1.
Best on ground by our umpires today. And the best on ground medal goes to Joshua Carmen, number 31. Josh. This is your rehearsal here. That was just a rehearsal. All the cameras to this side, mate. There you go. All right, the premiership medals. Number 1, Harley Assad. Number 4, Justin Grimer. Number 8, Jacob Green. Number 9, Andrew Knezovic. Number 11, Joshua Wilkinson. Number 15, that name has to be Joshua at this time, Joshua McPherson. Number 16, Michael Turner. Number 21, Stephen Glenn. Number 24, Anthony Moore. You do remember they won a premiership. Number 25, Mark Hussey. Number 26, Cameron Bull. '27, Stephen Durazio. 29, Matthew Gauchi. Another medal for number 31, Joshua Carmen. Number 38, Dean Durazio. 39, Brendan Brown. Well, just got I think we're at 13. Thomas 13. Thomas? 13 Thomas. I don't know the bottom of the list, Thomas. I apologise for that. 46, Kevin Upton. 47, David Zanini. 48, Anthony Hegarty. 54, Keaton Mail. 57, John Brasher. 88, Sean Ramsey. 30, the captain, Raymond Newman. And the coach, Paul Smith. Now call on Barry to present the Division 1 Reserve Premiership Cup for 2010. For the Albion Football Club. Now if I could just ask Paul, just to say a few words, mate.